What's up, Mathletes? It's MathLife here. Thank you for accepting our top secret mission of finding an equation from a table involving toilet paper. Now, before we move on to solving this, don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that little bell, ding, for notifications. We're going to have the help of our mad mathematician. Let's go down to the math lab to get some answers.
Thank you, MathLife. I am Dr. Pythagorean. Ha 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 ha!
Just kidding, I'm Dr. Pythagorean. And here to help you write an equation from a table in slope-intercept form. Let's check out my little monitor and I'll walk you through the steps. Welcome! We're going to write an equation from a table in slope-intercept form. There are two things we need. Number one, we need slope, which is the same thing as rate of change. We need the y-intercept, which is the same thing as initial value. We're going to put those into the equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. We find the y-intercept when x is equal to 0. And we find the slope two different ways. One, using the slope formula. And I'll get into the second way in a little bit. So we're going to use this table, the number of toilet paper rolls versus the total cost. So the first column is x and the second column is y. We're going to remember that we call this side x sub 1 and we call this one x sub 2. They are the first and second x points. We call this one y sub 1 and this one y sub 2. And to use the slope formula, we're going to subtract y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So $23.50 minus $13 all over x sub 2, which is 8, minus 0. So when I simplify this, this is going to give me $10.50 over 8. And if I divide those two, it's going to give me approximately $1.31 per roll. Now, that's pretty expensive per toilet paper roll. Well, if you look at our table, there's an initial cost when you buy 0 paper rolls of $13. How do I know that? Well, the initial value is when x is equal to 0. Where does that come from? Well, maybe you have a subscription, online subscription. Maybe you went to a big supply store and you had to pay to get access to their merchandise. Well, if you buy 0 toilet paper rolls, it's still going to cost you $13 for that membership. And then you have to add on the cost per roll or per package normally. After going through all that, we know that our y-intercept is going to be 13. Remember, it's where x is 0. So let's start putting this into the equation. We know it's going to be y equals m is our slope, which is 1.31 x plus, we said our y-intercept was 13. So the equation to find x number of toilet paper rolls and the cost would be y equals 1.31x plus 13. The second way to find slope is very similar, but we're going to use the change in y over the change in x. Now, it's the same process, but it's just thought of and said a little differently. So in this case, we're going to take how much does it change to go from 13 to $23.50. Well, in this case, we're going to go up by $10.50. On the x side, how much does it change? Well, it starts at $0, and how much does it go up? It goes up $8. And we take the change in y, which was $10.50, divided by 8, and notice, we're still going to get the same answer of 1.31. And if we take that, plug it in for m, we get y equals 1.31x plus, don't forget, our y-intercept or initial value is when x equals 0, so plus 13. So again, this would be the equation to find the cost of toilet paper rolls if you buy X amount. Welcome back, Mathletes. I see you've made it through our mad mathematician. Now, you know how to write an equation from a table using slope-intercept form. And thank you for helping us complete this top secret mission. Don't forget, smash that like button, hit the little bell, ding, for notifications. Peace. Math you later. MathLife out.